Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, New Frontier, Swine Time, Episode 3. I just spent about 14 minutes logging all the way up this line and dragging some trees back, and the game crashed and didn't save any of it. So I'm not going to do that now. The plan was to make more room in case we needed more potatoes or more of anything really, and possibly run a line of oak down this thing. We'll still do that, but I am not going to be logging anymore this month. We're going to actually push through and get to the point where we can plant up the rest of this before we start working on anything else. Yeah, that's actually the plan. So right, we're gonna just jump over to the mobile home here and get rolling. We don't have anything to process. We don't have anything to care about or care for. So we can just jump all the way forward to April. So I'll see you in actually March. March, not April, because March is potato time. Just got to make sure we're actually catching these guys. And now we're going to plant the potatoes. Okay, we're sprayed, planted. And okay, there we go. Yeah, we're sprayed and planted and good here. Apparently some weird missing bits on these guys, but they'll be taken care of we can hold this guy up and get him back up there. And move on to April and get the rest of the planting done. Well, I'm going to set this guy up with the planting gear. And then move on. Okay, we're set up. It's now time to go get ourselves into April. Sorghum a planter thing? Is that what I'm seeing? Weird. Oh, wheat, right. I'm pretty certain it can be planted in April. Oh no, barley's a September. Did I? Oh, I planted barley. I'm just being an idiot. It's, what are we planting? Soybeans and sorghum. None of which gets planted with this planter. One is which? Be sure that's the planter. Which way is it though? Sorghum. Sorghum goes in the big field. Soybeans in the smaller one. And then we'll actually have our first crop set up. Right, sorghum goes in the big field. Pretty nice, actually. Well, we're going to get the planting done. Right. That's everything planted now, which is cool, but now we need to do our spray. I think these things are fertilized enough, aside from the little bits that are like bad soil or whatever the deal is on this map. I tried to play this map once before, and I was trying to do a big old grass thing, and I initially just cut the grass without planting grass in it as my first just run through, and it did not go well. There was an issue with the fact that the grass did not grow everywhere. And it wasn't like the hail damage, it was like there were big patches where the grass looked like it was there, but when you cut the grass there was nothing actually there. So I gave up on that playthrough, but alright, so now we need to dump earth and go get the herbicide and get all three of these guys done up with herbicide. I think I can actually run just straight down the center of this thing and hit all of these rows in one shot. Not quite the center, but I guess not quite the whole batch. Let's see what we get. Go. Well, first of all, we gotta 56 meters. What do we get here? Okay, no field detected. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. But I think if we just run this like this, and we can cut it down by quite a bit on the next patch or the next path up. Hopefully this actually works and is actually killing any potential weeds before they grow. I forget whether I need to wait or not. The next one we'll cut it down by 2. And go widthwise on there. We're just going to get this done now. Okay. That is... Oh man, you know, we would be better off actually hitting the fertilizer on at least these two. The potatoes seem fine. But we could slap down some fertilizer at least on the top parts of these first two fields. I don't know whether the herbicide worked or not, or the herbicide. But you know, might as well. Unfortunate that these forests seem to all be kind of half-grown trees and not full-grown trees. It's also unfortunate that this sprayer is wonky. I do hope they fix that soon. Alright, we can go sideways again now. Really is a weird module that doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Except I wasn't even supposed to get rid of it. Oh man. It's actually supposed to do something else. We're gonna actually hit the fertilizer on those. Alright. We just push through now, I think. We do gotta stop and check next month to see if those things are good or not. But I think we can just push forward and mainly just rock on until, let's see, our barley is in September, right? No, our barley is in June. We'll have to grab the barley in June, and then potatoes in August, and the sorghum in August, and then the soybeans in October. It's going to be October before we can feed these pigs. But let's go forward to June. Well, we'll go forward to May here, and just verify that that initial application of herbicide actually did what it was supposed to do, or whether we just wasted a bunch of herbicide. Like it did what it was supposed to do. Cool. Yep. Alright. So we can go to June now and get harvesting. I don't know if I even needed to buy that corn harvester. We're not doing corn. I think all of our, well, potatoes, we still got to do potatoes, but yeah. Yep, we just got to get our harvesting gear picked up now and get that barley up. Gotta pick this up and get it out of the way, though. Some of these things, I don't know when we're going to use this. If we get more fields, we could run some corn. The way that thing works, it just takes the 4 things that it likes to make. We put this right up against here, I think, for now. So we have 4 more fields. We could do the other pig food recipe as well, or we could just continue with more of this recipe, keep things simple. Well, we have all the equipment now, we can grow whatever we want. We're missing the weeder and the slurry module, which would be good for running on top of the one thing. Yeah, a slurry module would be good for running on top of the cultivator because that has slurry ejection ports. That has a slurry spreader built in. So that would be good. In the meantime, where's our pipe go out? Okay, our pipe goes out on that side. So I guess it makes sense to do this. We do want straw because we want manure, but we don't have any way to pick it up right now. But we could bale it probably. But let's see here. So enable straw swath. I swear I set this thing up, yeah. Be nice if there was a baler on the Nexat. Now I have to roll down. to drive all over the field with the tractor. Are we harvesting before we drive on it? It looks like we are. Well, that's cool. But I guess we didn't really need the trailer, did we? I'm not going to get 50%. But come October-ish, maybe November, we'll have a month of feed production first. We'll buy pigs. And we'll get a good idea of whether our ratios were correct. I'm guessing we didn't actually plant enough potatoes. But I could be wrong. You never know. Well, when potato time comes, we're just going to lease that, what do you call it? That one guy. The one I used last series. We're not selling the potatoes for profit, we're putting them into pig food, so we don't have to worry about the cost of renting the harvester. We still have to pay the cost of renting the harvester, but we don't have to worry about it cutting into our so-called profits, since the whole point is profiting off the pigs. We might as well leave this on here. We're going to be harvesting other things with it. But we should look at what we can do straw pickup wise. I think in this case, rather than baling it, we might as well just throw down I hope we can actually get, might as well just use a loading wagon. But what I'm wondering is, how do we get the straw in there? Last series I kind of cheated, honestly. I think maybe the straw gets dumped in there. I forget. Unless the straw gets dumped in here. I don't know. If the straw gets dumped in there, then we're golden. But let's have a look at our forage wagons. Okay, they're actually rather expensive. We don't need 35. We don't even need 26. How much is this to lease? Yeah, we'll just do that and we'll pick it all up. I'm going to use the manure for. Now, I was sad last series when I hadn't built up a whole batch of manure and stuff for feeding to the biogas plants, but we're just not in a position where that makes a whole lot of sense. I know I just dumped straw, but that doesn't even matter. We're going to want to plant in 3 months barley again. But now we're just worried about getting our potatoes in August and our sorghum in August. All right. So with the rest of our time, I think we need to go pull some logs down, get some more money. And our oak is looking good down there, so that's cool. I mean, these aren't a lot of logs by any stretch of the imagination, but we at least did create some logs by right. Okay. That'll work. Yeah, that ought to work. where we get saved. This is kind of where we lost it last time, was feeding wood into the thing. This oak was just like 2 years, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't a lot. 4,000 wood out of that. Yeah, we're like not quite there, but we haven't even gone a full year yet. So it feels like it's just going to be 2 years. I don't really have anywhere I need this room to turn around, so I don't really have anywhere else I want to put trees right now. I mean, I could run them down that, but I need all that. All this was cut out so that I had room to run the fertilizer sprayer down this channel. Yeah, I'm a little paranoid. But I definitely don't want to lose the work. I don't know, should I find a way to save that straw? I can pick up the small wagon. I could really afford to rent it, but if we're going to be saving up straw, we might as well have one, right? Really like the usability and versatility of the of this kind of tractor. Like, getting yourself like lined up is really, really easy. We got a bit of a problem though, we're stuck. Wouldn't it be cool if we could connect to it first? Yeah. All right, cool. So we've got some more money coming in. We'll just drop this guy off in here. We can find him again. We're going to take our only tractor and go rent that. Go rent that straw, and then we'll fill up the pig farm with straw. And maybe if we have any more, we'll just go sell it, like whatever price it is. And then we'll return the device, and maybe that sale will fund the device, assuming we even have any more, like have any extra. I think we will, but who knows. So right, let's rent that guy. We might as well rent a slightly bigger one since we're renting. No, you know what? We're gonna rent the smallest one. 16. And it's gonna look funny on this. It's gonna look funny on this tractor. Almost feel like we should just get the Merlot out to run it instead of using the big tractor. That'll also reduce soil compaction, even though that's not a thing. Right, there we go. I'll just jump on this now for a while. Now, don't tell me you've never piled up some boards to make a temporary stairway for your trailer. See what happens. Dump a little bit. Nope, can't dump straw there. So, where does straw get dumped? There must be some place. I mean, not that... Can we dump it in this hole here? Or if it's not in a... If it's not in a blower, it's not going to go or something. Nope. Okay, so one spot I haven't tried is right in the feed trough zone. Nope. Okay. So we're gonna have to go look that up. Of course, it's all it says we can leave bales in the same spot we leave food, but I guess we can't dump. I guess we can't dump, like it's supposed to just go here, but as bales, and will be used as they needed, apparently. So... So I guess we can't use it loose. It means I'm glad I didn't... throw down a whole bunch of money for this forage wagon, because we're going to need to bale it if we're going to give it to the pigs. In the meantime, what's the best price for straw right now? I mean, it's not going to be great, but $65 at the farmer's market. All right. Gonna get a whole $1,000 or something. But just to make this a break-even proposition, oh, it goes in the other plus spot, I'm sure. All right. But we definitely need to sell at least 1,500 worth just to make it a break-even rental. I do need to be a little less laissez-faire about spending money right now. I got into the habit of just being able to spend however much money I felt like spending whenever I felt like spending it last series, and now I have to be a little more careful. Really think about what I'm spending the money on. We do have more money coming, and the one thing that means is I want to keep the loan. I want to keep the loan as low as possible. So if I can afford it, I'll pay it back, and then if I just need to borrow it again next month, well, I will. But at least I won't have paid the $33 or whatever the given loans setup is. So it looks like we can get 1,000 per row. So we go grab another full row here and a partial row, and then maybe we'll rent the smallest baler, or the cheapest baler that makes big bales anyway, and we'll bale the rest of it up. For this rental, we only need 1,500, so we're just going to go sell that. So we have up. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to return that. Probably could have made more money. You probably could have. I don't know. I don't know what the price is, but per bale. But we probably could have done better just buying some straw, honestly. We need to own that baler, but it doesn't make any sense to own one right now, given that we're getting maybe 2 of these big bales if I hadn't used the forage harvester first. Now, I suspect if I just dump these right here, I'll be okay. According to what I understand. Yep, cool. So we can do bales, we just can't do... We just can't do loose, which is unfortunate, but that is how things work. So we can now just push on... Because we can just push on. Our next harvest is sorghum in August. And potatoes. So we'll go forward to August. And yeah, we'll see you then. All right. Yeah, we've got 84 grand now. We got all of our sorghum, and we need to go do potatoes, and I think we have enough. Pretty sure potatoes are ready this month. Yep, remove foliage. So we're gonna go dump our sorghum into the pig food. And then we're gonna go dump we're gonna go grab our potato harvester, get that going. Now you get enough potatoes, we might actually, no, probably not. We're probably just gonna roll potatoes. We haven't turned this factory on yet even, which is fine. I kind of want to go in and see how we're matching up to expectations and whether we might need to have more of something or other. But we're not going to do that until we're harvested. So our next harvest will be, with this thing, will be soybeans. We're not going to go be driving over those guys for sure. But we do need to get them out of the way. Just going to go put them over here for now. Although we really should get them pushed over so we still have room to drive between. Right. So let us have a look at our potato technology. Right. We need to rent that. Well, that's only 33. We're definitely going to be buying the harvester eventually. Right. This guy. How much does he cost right now? 353. Yeah, we don't have that. 18 grand. Okay, we can do that. And then the potato header. Well, we'll just rent it this time as well. Okay. Go over there and get this guy. And get our potatoes done. Okay. So that's everything but the soybeans. And we don't need to plant this month. we need to plant next month, which is also not the month we do soybeans. So next month and next episode, we are going to do the soybeans. Let's have a look though. Let's take a look at our pig food factory and see. They're all straight 100,000. So what is potatoes? Oh, it's this one. Okay, we're going to need a lot more potatoes. Okay. 1,500 potatoes. Yeah, 450 sorghum. Sorghum is a low yield crop. We're going to need a lot more barley though, I think. 450 barley, that's all right. So yeah, we need to adjust our sizes. I'll have to do some math on that and figure it out based on rows, which I will. But for now, we're out of time. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you next time.